Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to a real estate show with Matien Nazier. Hope everybody is doing well and great. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last episode. So myself and the team, we're here to thank everyone who watched our show and sent messages and text messages and called us for some of their needs in terms of real estate that they had questions. And I hope we were productive enough to give you guys the information, and I hope we answered some of your questions that you needed to hear. So basically, I just want to give you guys a very short breakdown for everyone that we had in our show, which was our mortgage broker, our lawyer, stager, and some other people that we work with. I hope it was pleasant enough that you guys learned and understood some of the things that are involved in the real estate industry. This last year was one of the greatest year in our career as well, and hopefully moving forward with the people that we work with, that we're going to do strive and do much better as a team now that, thank God, we have Valentina, Sam, Shebaz, and my dear rookie Imtiaz, and myself, right, to do better, God willing, moving forward. So some of the emails and text messages when we were receiving, they were kind of all over the place. Again, to those of people that did not receive their response right away, please forgive us, and we appreciate your patience, although we would try to do our best, because again, we are full-time real estate agents, and we are buying, selling, resales, commercial and pre-construction. As you guys know, that Val does majority of the resales, and Imtiaz does the resales and the pre-construction, and then myself, I do a bit of everything, as you guys know. Okay, so what I wanted to also say to Mr. Giuliano for Go Live TV, that it was such an honor for you having us here, giving us this opportunity to express some of our feelings and experience in this whole industry. Again, we love to help people, and at the same time, by helping people, we get paid for it. So it's an amazing industry. We love doing this. And so we do have something very small little gift for you, Mr. Giuliano, behind the scenes. But when this is done, we'll cut that little cake that we got for you. I'm gonna pass it on to my teammates. Let's see how their experience was, and some of the, I believe, Sam, how many shows did we do in total?
We record 8 shows.
8 shows.
Yeah.
So we had 8 shows, and every week that we were live, actually it really boosted up our confidence into social media and having this, because again, we're just a regular average salespeople that we have very much experience in real estate, but as being an anchor or a TV host, I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that we did a good job, right? So Val, I just want to take a minute to thank you for all the stuff that you've been doing with us, with the team. Do you have anything to say to our audience regarding some of your experience with Go Live TV and the people that reached out to you through Live Go TV?
Thanks, Matien. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone here again. It's great to be here again. My experience was great so far in this team and this show. Essentially, I find dream homes for my buyers. I like to go the extra mile, and that requires a lot of research, especially in this market. A very different market than it was a few years ago, that's for sure. Trying to navigate in this market is a challenge, but I do like challenges.
Oh, for sure. I would say actually, instead of a few years ago, it was like a few months ago. Now, like, our economy is like, you wake up and you hear something on the news, and then like snap of a finger, and they're like, well, this is what's happening with interest rate, and this is what's happening with the prices. So I think just to add into that is we have prices changing so much, and then sometimes even as professionals, we don't even know what to do. Like we get stuck and we're like, oh, hold on a second. We just gotta go with the flow. We gotta go with the economy. We gotta go what the prices are, and that's I will try to touch up with that at the end of our show. So Sam, how are you? Because I know you were busy. I think you were busy more than all of us. Because what Sam does actually, I don't know if you guys know. So Sam is the brain and is the computer in our office that overlooks Imtiaz, Shehbaz, even myself, and Val as well. So if we're like moving in a certain direction, and my dear brother Sam is always like, no, excuse me, this is not how it is. This is how it is. So how was your experience? Obviously, because you have a lot into this industry, but with the Go Live TV, with the real estate show with us.
Thank you, Matien John. I would like to thank Go Live TV and obviously Mr. Giuliano for being very gracious to the team. And the collaboration we had with Go Live TV was amazing. We recorded 8 shows. And as per your question, I'm very glad to be part of Team Matien, and I'm very happy to have such a great colleague among me, including Matien John. Is a very humble person, and we are still learning from his experience, and we are doing very much well. And obviously through the show, the real estate show with Matien Nazier via Go Live TV was an amazing experience for all of us. And we have received numerous calls, messages through some of the audiences that were watching the show from Go Live TV. And thank you so much to you for the dedications, because it wasn't hard to come to the studio every week and do a live show. And I know it requires a lot of patience, obviously with the amount of work that we are busy at the office too, but you still had the time, spared some times to come in every week and at least 1 hour or 2.
Well, thank you so much, but I could really say this, and the grace of God was one, and then Sam was another, with his motivation and experience and putting all this stuff together, and knowing, and Mr. Giuliano, that you are very close with, and now through you we have gained an amazing individual, not only actually through the business, but Mr. Giuliano is also as an amazing individual, as a person. He's a very humble and kind man, and I am honored and glad to call him a friend and a brother. So, but thank you. And obviously, some of the other stuff that we are trying to do for the new episode, we are involved into our own community, and also with Go Live TV as well, that Sam which is organizing all of that, is sometimes to us is just a surprise. They're like, this is what's happening, but majority of all this stuff happened through Sam's hard work and recognition and all. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Matien John. And I just wanted to add one thing more, because I would like you to touch base on the first episode, although we had a beautiful recap of all the episodes we had. But I would like you to touch base on the team again, because for those who have missed our first show, because in the first show in the beginning, all of the team members were here. Maybe for some people, I don't want them to be surprised at what happened, like who are they?
Okay.
Maybe because they were following your shows individually.
Yeah.
But maybe they have missed the first show that we had like a couple months ago.
Yeah. Well, so as I mentioned at the opening of the episode, so we do work, not only we work, we're basically partner, besides our team, with professionals like a lawyer that we're very dedicated with, that we work with, and same thing with mortgage brokers, home inspectors, stagers, financial advisors, and then even accountant through our own behind the scenes for us was, and then appraiser as well, of course, right? And also the company that actually we work with, so Remax Realty Services. It's a great organization. As you guys know, Remax is the biggest real estate brokerage in the world, right? And we've also, last year, we have received a Titan Award. So to those that don't understand what Titan Award is, so myself, and then when we were doing the work, it's a commission gross of anywhere from, I believe it starts at $750 to $1 million, which is a huge blessing, right? And that's why I was also talking about some of the flips we do and the amount of transactions we do. And then we were also telling our audiences, if you do have questions or concerns or knowing or wanting to know how real estate work, if they could reach out to us. This was basically the point of our show. The point of our show is that to let our audiences know and people, to help them basically try to purchase if they can as a first-time home buyers. Please, before I move to Imtiaz and Mr. Shehbaz, is that I want to put this out there for those of you that who are first-time home buyers. Please stop thinking about your dream home. Start thinking of how to get into the market. We're living in the world, an economy that Canada is the best country in the world. Properties are still rising, and there's going to be rising, especially for the 2022. The predictions are basically 10 to 17 to even percent, 15%, and that's a lot because your average townhomes in Toronto in the GTA area, you're anywhere from, depending on the age and the condition and square footage, starts anywhere from $1 million and it goes up. So now you do the math. So I want to actually say this to people that who are first-time home buyers, please just get into the market. If it's a one-bedroom old condo or two-bedroom, and then you could, start doing, upgrading and stuff as well afterwards. Okay, so anyhow, let's get to Mr. Imtiaz. He's our amazing young individual guy. This guy is completely fearless. He loves to drive, he loves to meet people, and he loves to do transactions. And one thing I really like about Mr. Imtiaz and I, and we're very honored and love him to be on our team, is because he's so motivated and he loves helping people again. And for him, driving is not an issue. Knowing the industry, getting the knowledge for days and hours. I always see him, sitting in his office and his laptop, and always has so much questions. And I love the fact that, he reminds me of me when I started in the industry. So, Imtiaz, how was the journey with Go Live TV, and how is the pre-construction stuff that's kind of happening? Again, we do have a very, very short period of time. So, what do you say?
So I just want to thank Go Live TV for this amazing opportunity once again. But I also want to thank Matien Nazier, our team leader, for hosting this amazing shows and providing providing the whole audience all this real estate knowledge, these tips, these advice. And I just want to thank Go Live and Matien Nazier once again.
Thank you. Well, thank you for being here, and hopefully for the next year, obviously this was our first. As we're going to be moving forward, I think we're going to do better and better in terms of with our coworkers, people that we work with, and then also for yourself as well, to try to give you guys things that are more knowledgeable and more effective to you guys, right? So again, till next episode that we will start, you guys do have our information, so you could reach out to any of us, like Valentina, myself, or Imtiaz, or Sam in our office. If anything you guys need in terms of purchase, in terms of sale, in terms of investment, or even sometimes if you guys want to know, a lot of people right now, we talk to our mortgage brokers at the bank, as you guys know, Mr. Happy who works with us. He's saying that there's a lot of also refinances. If you guys are not, just because we're a real estate agent, we could definitely refer you to people like Mr. Happy from RBC, or we could also refer you to our contractors. We could also refer you to, for instance, lawyers or any legal stuff, advice, the stuff that you guys need as well. Okay, so now Mr. Shehbaz is another great gentleman that we work with. Has been many years. And by the way, guys, please don't look at his hair. It's not fake. It's not a wig. All right. So he does have an amazing, not only as a personality, but his job is everything that you guys see here. By the way, in our social medias, all the banners, The graphics, of course, the graphics that that you guys see behind on TV and all these slideshows, it's all him. So our team is, thank God and the grace of God, is a full package, right? So we're all experienced and in our own department, and this is why, thank God, we're successful. I believe, I don't know, Grinder and Mike will say that even guys in our office, I believe we're like number 1 or number 2. The reason why, it's because of these amazing people that's on the stage right now and making this thing happen. Okay, so Mr. Shehbaz, just a short brief. What are your thoughts of Go Live TV, your episode? What did you learn? What was the most excitement times? Please don't say the times when I called you. I'm like, please do. You know what I mean? Rush you on things.
No, I'll just, in a nutshell, thank you, Matien, and thank you, Giuliano, and Go Live for this opportunity. And again, we got a lot of exposure, no doubt about this. Even as a marketing consultant, I can say that, like Mustafa and Matien, how they were saying that, we got a lot of calls, a lot of buyers and sellers and investors reached out to us through this show. So we really appreciate that. We got a lot of exposure from this show. And again, the whole point of this show, through the 8 episodes that you're talking about, was to share information, right? So it's not just about that we're looking for buyers or sellers or investors, but it's about giving information. There's never a right time. It's always yesterday that you should have entered the market.
Very well said. Yeah,
So,
thank you for bringing that up.
As long as you're giving information, and even with the like with Matien, like how he got all his the lawyers, the mortgage brokers, everyone who worked with us, and giving the exposure to people, because for a first-time home buyer, it's a very perplexed information and how and when to enter the market, or what to do with their current property. Can they resell it? So I think the whole point of this show is to give information, as much information as we can. And like you said, that they can reach out to you guys through this phone number, through the email, anytime to get the information that they need.
Correct. Yeah. Well, thank you, Shehbaz. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully, I believe our next season, it's going to be the same, but much more advanced, and we're going to be bringing and talking about different topics. And what we're also going to do is we try to give you guys the slideshows and show you the ROIs on properties that we work with on investors, show you people that were first-time home buyers, how they basically came into the market, did a purchase from a condo and moved themselves into their dream homes. And we'll try to walk you through that, the process, the payments, and the qualifications as well. So one of the systems and the pillars that we have also is if our clients, the ones who reached out to us for first-time home buyers, I believe, Val, what we do is that we nurture them and we tell them how to get prepared, right? So sometimes people have this fear in their mind. They're like, well, Matien, you know what? Everybody could buy it, but not me. We're like, what happened? They're like, well, my income is this, my credit is that. So Val is actually very good with that, right? So she has an amazing experience also with Imtiaz as well. So they know how to guide you and tell you how to build your credit, how to start saving for a down payment, and we will also connect you into our mortgage brokers, the people who are actually working with 5 and 10% clients out there. Please note that we're living in a time and in society that right now, due to this COVID that we were in, this pandemic, the market, it took off dramatically, and everybody, the people who were buying and selling, I believe that majority of our down payments were 10% and over minimum. I believe the 20% was our minimum transactions that we did, I believe, right, Val?
Yes, that's correct.
So, but we do have programs for first-time home buyers with 5% and 10%, ladies and gentlemen. So just to let you guys know that as well. So Sam, what is the plan for next year? Any idea for audiences before we wrap it up?
Yes, thank you for asking, Matien John. Yes, we're working for the next season. Actually, the next season will be much more different because we have extensive topics to go over, because with the first episode, it was short, even the time was short, and it was we introduced and we made this small package just to record like eight episode just to see what the outcomes would be. But especially after like people reaching out after we thought that okay the information was
after
so
the
effective.
great result that we've seen. So
Exactly.
you want, yeah. Okay.
And we realized that the information we were passing to the audience was is very much effective.
Quite successful, effective.
And
yeah.
we decided to go with the second season, but we want to take our time just to come back with a better knowledge of like, an extensive information for the audience.
Yeah.
So we're working right now to prepare some topics and discussing those with our guest speakers.
Yeah.
So that once it's finalized, we'll come back to Go Live TV with the second season.
Well, that's great. So I believe we were also talking with Shehbaz, and you were mentioning that some of the episodes and shows that we have done, we will like to rerun them into our social media and stuff. And though just in case if you missed any of the episodes and the informations, we will rerun them till our new episode for the season will basically start.
Yes, and I would like to add one more thing, because Team Matien, because this is I'm quoting something. It's a quote from a client that told me the other day. I was talking to him on the phone and said, Team Matien is one-stop shop.
Oh, there you go.
And it's because he was not our client. He was someone that needed help, and they know us from the TV that we work passing information to from Go Live and the African Noble TV.
Okay.
I don't know which episode he saw and got the information, and he called that he was having some troubles with some lawyers because he had some problems with the closings.
That's right.
So we actually
I remember that
introduced them.
actually.
You do, right?
Yeah.
So we introduced the person to our lawyer that we work with, and it was very helpful. And he called back and he said thank you. And without the help of Hazza, without the help of the lawyer that we introduced and we connected him,
That's right.
he said it was very much impossible to get in.
To get his deposit, back, yeah.
Yes.
But not only, I believe, we got his deposit back, and we got the whole house back for him, right? So again, the whole point of the show, ladies and gentlemen, is that to give you guys the information, the tools that is involved in the real estate transactions. A lot of people, some people, my apologies, some people think that we just put a sign in front of the house and then we collect 2% or 3% or whatever that number is. It's not. There is so much behind the scenes that you guys have no idea. Again, professional people that they do transactions, they are professional for a reason. They make it look easy. It's like a golfer. You see a golfer when when he takes a driver and he hits 360 yards or 350 pros. And then some guys are like, well, I can do that, but when they're trying to swing, it's just air ball, right? So professionals always make it look easy. So again, we are here, and we're blessed with an amazing team and colleagues and people that we have here. And hopefully for the new episode, we will give you guys the information that you guys want. But please do look us up through social media. Our website, www.teammatien.com, and everything that you can see on the bottom of the screen. You could reach out to myself and to my teammates. We're here basically, to help. Again, I'd like to thank Mr. Giuliano, Go Live TV, for the great opportunity. I'm sure I speak on behalf of my entire team that we'd like to thank you from the bottom of our heart. And until the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, be well and safe, and God bless. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.